day of our declutter challenge. Are you as excited as I am? So today I actually wanted to go through different ways that we can declutter our lives. The first way is many people feel overwhelmed when they start decluttering and they don't know where to start. So I always say just start really small. So with a desk drawer, with your shoe cupboard, with the kitchen drawer, just start really small if you feel really overwhelmed, because you know what, it all adds up in the end. If you do like one day, one small thing, at the end of the 10 days, you'll still have accomplished a lot. The second way is a specific method, and you might have heard of her. Her name's Kon Mari. She's in Japan, and she does space consulting, and she developed the Kon Mari method of decluttering and making room in your life. And her method is to pick up the thing that you're considering whether or not you want in your life, which you're decluttering, and hold it and ask yourself, does this bring you joy? Does this spark joy, is the words that she uses. Does this bring you joy? And usually you will intuitively, immediately have the answer to that. It's either going to be a direct yes or no. So obviously if it's a yes, you keep it. If it's a no, then it goes into the sort out and declutter pile. The third way, which is actually a way my mother taught me, so thank you, Mother, is having 3 different cardboard boxes. And this is great for people who aren't really sure whether or not they want to give something away or declutter it from their lives. So the first box is the things that you're going to keep, and you know that you're going to keep, and that's the box where you put those things in. The second box is the maybe box, for the items that you're not really sure if it should be chucked out yet or if you want to keep it, or maybe it's got some memory or history attached to it and you don't know yet. So put it into the maybe box. And the third box is the chuck it, don't need it, recycle it, declutter box, right? So I can probably guarantee you your maybe box is going to be fuller quicker than the other 2 boxes. So what do? And this is where my mother and her genius things comes in. Everything, once you've done the area that we're decluttering, she used to tell me to put everything into the maybe box that I wasn't sure about, and then tape it up and write the date on it, and then put it away somewhere where you're going to forget about it. So it could be a garage, attic, storage room, paid storage, anything like that. And then you can set yourself a day for when you're going to go back to that box. However, I can guarantee you probably will have opened that box. So the trick is that if there's something in there that you've got to open the box to, well, that thing is you're probably going to keep it, right? So let's say I put a hard drive in there, which I thought that it had files and I didn't need, but it turns out, 2 months down the line, I have a client coming to me and was like, Nora, I want you to re-edit that thing. I'd be like, oh, it's in that box. I'm going to go and open that box and take out that thing. So I need to keep that thing. But more than likely, that box stays closed, and you can check it after 3 months. I would not open it, okay? Your challenge is not to open that box. If after 3 months you haven't had to go into that box, keep it closed and take the whole thing to the charity shop. Because if after 3 months you haven't opened it and you haven't seen what's in it or known what's in it, most likely you don't need it, and you just think that you need those things, but in actual fact you don't. So that is the third method. 3 boxes, keep, maybe, and chuck away. I don't want to say chuck. Recycle, give away, charity shop. Fourth method is the easiest method. Out it goes. No problems. You don't need it. Out it goes. All right? So people also ask me, what do you do with all this stuff? Okay, so there's recycling. So it's giving it to the recycle. So things that can be recycled, like plastic items, then take it to the recycling plant facility. The second one is give it away to friends, especially if you have a lot of kids' toys and things like this. You probably have a lot of friends that could use it, so donate it to your friends. The third way is you can have a garage sale, but generally I wouldn't advise that. The third thing is to give it to charity shops, so just give it away. And the fourth way, which I don't recommend so much, but happens, is just the dump, right? The garbage. In it goes, into the bin, out it goes. Our landfills are filling up, so try and give as much away or recycle as much as possible. So those are the ways that you can get rid of the stuff that's accumulating. So to start the first day, it's a little bit more about our feelings around decluttering. So there's a few questions I'm going to be asking you, which I want you to journal about. And you'll find these same questions in the worksheet, and you can use the worksheet to journal or write the questions into your journal and just start to think about it. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what do you feel is holding you back in your life? So that's quite a large question. So I want you to choose different areas of your life. So you might feel like there's business things that's holding you back. You might feel there's physical things that's holding you back, or health-related things to hold you back. So I want you to journal about this. What do you feel is holding you back? The second thing I want you to journal about is, what habits or patterns can you see in yourself that prevent you from being the best version of you that you want to be? So this can be like silly habits like waking up later than you want. It can be a physical habit like being really messy, so always having a messy desk, a working environment. So just make a few notes of some habits and patterns that you notice about yourself. And this is a really great one to ask if you have a partner that you live with, to ask, do you notice any patterns or habits in me that you think, I could improve upon? The third thing is, what part of your home really stresses you out? So think about that for a moment. Is there an area? Is there a room? Is there something like, does the mailman never deliver the mail correctly? There's always things that start to stress us out in our home. So start thinking about it. Is it because your kids are always really messy in the kitchen and you always have to clean up after them? So just start journaling a few ideas about what actually stresses you out in your home, because our home environment is meant to be our nurturing environment, our safe place, our place where we feel like we can grow and be ourselves. So just journal about that. And the final thing I want to ask you is, what do you want to welcome more in your life? So we're decluttering all of these things. So I want you to write a list. I'm going to say write a list of 50 things. At the moment, the number 50 is quite predominant in my own life, and I tend to write lists of 50 things that I want to do, or 50 things I want in my life, or 50 things of this. So 50 things that you want to welcome in your life. And this doesn't have to be huge things like, I want a new property. I want to welcome a new property in my life. It could be like, I'd like to make a new friend. I'd really like to have a new client in this and this. So be quite specific about it. So don't be wishy-washy. The more specific, the easier it is for the universe to provide what you actually want. So we're clearing the space so that the universe can provide. So write a list of 50 things. And that's the journaling for today. And this is our activity for today. So it's a little bit more in the head, thinking about our life and what we have and what we want to welcome. So I want you to share in the Facebook group, The Business Gypsy, your 50 things that you want to welcome into your life. And let's see if we can welcome a few of those things within the next 10 days. So I'll see you again tomorrow for day 2 of our Clutter-Free Challenge. Much love.